Hello, friends, and welcome to Fables and Legends. And for today's cooking adventure journey, we're going to be going to the Summerset Isles, or Alinor as the Thalmor like to call it, in the Elder Scrolls franchise. So we're going to the land of the High Elves, or the Altmer. And the Altmer came from where all the elves came, Aldemeris, or the Altmer, A-L-D-E, or A-L-D-M-E-R. So with a little background with their culture and their history, they're big in nationalism. We're focusing on who we are. We're the best. Mysticism and the magical arts, ancestral worship. They do a ton of advances in technology throughout time. So the best world counterpart for the High Elves in the Elder Scrolls universe is like Imperial China. And sometimes maybe Imperial Japan, and which way you want to flex with that. So with today's cooking, we're going to be focusing on like an Oriental cuisine. The Altmer tend to really represent more Imperial China, but I don't want to be offensive to the point of like, this is Chinese food, this is Japanese food, this is Korean or Vietnamese. So it's like, so we're just gonna just say Oriental food and kind of cover our bases here. So today we're gonna be making like an Oriental charcuterie board, for lack of better words, with a couple dishes being in that focus. So the first focus is the sweet roll, made with the Altmeri flair. Then we're going to be making a Lillandril Summer Sausage. It's going to have a cool twist to it, but just kind of go along with the flow on that. And then we're going to also be making the Firsthold fruit and cheese plate. So with that, let me switch our screens, and then we're going to jump in and start cooking that sweet roll right away. So for our sweet roll today, we're going to do our normal base. It's 3 tablespoons of melted butter, which is melting right now. We're also going to be putting 2 tablespoons of honey into that, and a cup of warm milk. We're going to get it to between 110 and 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Then we're going to throw our 2 teaspoons of yeast in there. In the dry mix already, we have our 2 cups of flour. We also put a teaspoon of ginger into it to give it a nice Oriental taste to it, and then we're going to be putting 1 egg into that as well. So, also in a pot that I've got cooking, so I got to watch the time on that. For the Lillandril Summer Sausage, I had 2 options to go with, and I didn't know which one I wanted to go with. So instead of a traditional sausage, the ingredients were a melon, white meat, and spices. So I was like, okay, let's make sushi and an egg roll. So we're going to do both of those. And so right now I've got the sushi rice over here, finishing steaming off, and then that should actually be ready to cook in the next handful of minutes. So not cook, it'll be finished steaming, if that makes sense there. Our 2 tablespoons of honey. And while I'm working on this, we're also going to preheat the oven to 350. No, we're not. I always want to do that, but I was like, no, it's got to rest for the half hour. So let's check that temperature. And we'll check on the sushi rice in about 4 minutes. And that should be okay. I'm going to give it a second to cool down, and then we'll put the 2 teaspoons of yeast into it. Warm part there. So already into this bowl, I've got the 2 cups of flour, a pinch of salt, and a teaspoon of ginger into it. So we're just gonna work on some nice little tastes there. And yeah, let me get that package open so we can. So yeah, a couple minutes with the sushi rice, then we're going to season the sushi rice off, and then we're actually just going to start making our sushi rolls. So I'll have to do a little bit of vegetable prep for that, but other than that, that's going to be a lot of fun to make. So yeah, we got just wait for that to cool down. 2 minutes steaming off the sushi rice. Yeah. Give it a quick little stir. Yeah. So with the Lillandril Summer Sausage, we're gonna make a couple sushi rolls, and then we're also gonna make a couple egg rolls to go with it too. So just depending on which way you want to go with the concept of a sausage with white meat. It's out of the way. One more stir, and that should actually be about the right temperature. Okay. The yeast all mixed up in there. I'm gonna whisk because I'm not liking how. I just wanted to whisk it so the yeast isn't all buffed together. And 1 egg. We've got a nice dough here. And in our bundt trays right here, we're just gonna divide the batter up and get them in our little 5-inch bundt pans. 5-inch bundt pans. Ooh, bouncy dough today. Let's see. There. Okay, get this cleared off. Then we're gonna wrap these in saran wrap, plastic wrap, or clean wrap. And then let these rise and proof for a half hour in room temperature. Room temperature is defined as over 70 degrees Fahrenheit, between 70 and 71 degrees. And we'll put a towel over it so it doesn't get dressy. This over here. other stuff? Okay. So we're going to move on to the Lillandril Summer Sausage, where that's actually going to start, we're going to start working on some sushi. So the sushi rice, hopefully when I open it's correct. Oh, that looks beautiful. Nice and fluffy and sticky. Coming right on out. To this, we're going to be adding a tablespoon and a half, roughly, of sushi vinegar. So how you make that is I don't even have the recipe off the top of my head. Basically, it's like a cup of rice vinegar, and then like a half a cup to a cup of sugar, and then you could put other things to add for flavorings, like fish flakes or even seaweed in there to give it that umami flavor. So let me get my rice vinegar out, and of course I make it by like the mason jar pint size. And we'll get a tablespoon and a half of that. And now we will start seasoning the rice. So it's starting to come like one, I don't want to use it like the word dough, but, and then I should actually do this because I will tend not to pay attention to what time it is to get the sweet rolls into the oven. So now that it's kind of doughy, I'm going to start working on, there's only like one vegetable I have to prep. So I've got some julienne shredded carrots I'm going to put in there. I'm going to take these seedless cucumber, cut that up, and we have our seaweed sheets. I don't know how many I need. Recipe said maybe 5. I made 6, so we'll see how that goes. And what I'm going to do is cut, for lack of better words, the cucumber to size. And try to keep them about the same. So also with the sushi, we're going to put some white meat in it. You could use fresh salmon if you wanted, like the fresh raw salmon. I'm actually going to use some tuna fish. So I made like this tuna mayo mixture instead of just laying the mayo or the mustard out, or even you could do a wasabi spread in there. So instead of that, we're just going to have this tuna mayo mix, so it's a little easier to spread and the taste kind of gets everywhere. So I will get that out. So this is our tuna like mayo mix. So it's a can of tuna with approximately 2 heaping tablespoons of mayonnaise in there. So, my board is dry. Get my bamboo sheet out and get ready to make sushi. I've only made sushi like twice, so my sushi's not pretty, but it is tasty. It out, so okay. So, it's grabbing about a tennis ball size of rice. I tend to like spreading it across because it's so sticky. I'm just gonna kind of push. I should actually cool this down a little more. It is hot. Definitely going to cool it down. I don't want to get it all off my fingers here. Okay, I'm going to go quickly wash my hands and I'll be right back because this was not the way I wanted it to turn out. Then we'll sprinkle a little sesame seeds onto it. And we fold it. I forgot to get a spoon out for the mayonnaise. Cucumber line. You could put like shredded you put some peppers in if you want. You can put some squash in as well. Let's show you this is nice. You could do avocados. So we're gonna roll it and then we're gonna use our bamboo mat here to squish it all together. So, flip. And there we go, something like that. And now we get to do this all over again. Yay. You basically just want to push the rice all the way to the edge. Just want to get this last little bit off my fingers here. Okay. We're just gonna be like non-stop, just gunk and gooiness today. So right now we're waiting for the sweet rolls to proof. We're gonna keep working on these sushi rolls. Oh, sesame seeds. That's just gonna be a little sesame seeded right there. And then we're gonna work on our egg rolls, and then our Firsthold fruit and cheese platter, all based off of the Altmers from the Summerset Isles in the Elder Scrolls universe. Right there. There it's laid nice and flat. Then we're gonna roll it and hope for the best. No. Didn't want to seal on the bottom. Maybe because I rolled it too far too fast. Okay. Okay, one or two more of these. We'll see. And then in a couple minutes here, we're going to preheat the oven to 350 for the sweet rolls. Sushi rice is really sticky. together. Just did not want to get together. Like I said, I'm not a sushi expert. This one's going to be the ugly one. Indeed. Trying to figure out how much rice I have left, if I have enough to make them all. Looks like I just have enough. Every time I say I'm never making sushi again, here I am. Okay, get that out of the way. I'm gonna turn the oven on to 350 here. Get that away, just be there. I'm gonna get you in the fridge. We'll just get another plate up for that last little lonely sushi roll here. Of course, I forgot to put sesame seeds on that one, but that's okay. You know what? Okay. Put you in the fridge to chill until we're ready to eat you. So I'm going to quickly get all this cleaned up, put away, resetted, so we can move on to our next project, which will probably be getting the sweet rolls in the oven in a second here. So we're working on Altmeri sweet rolls. 2 types of Lillandril Summer Sausage, which we're making sushi and egg rolls for, and then we're going to be working on making a Firsthold fruit and cheese plate, all based on the High Elves in the Summerset Isles. We'll need the carrots again later. Tuna can go in the fridge. I'm gonna wash my hands and I'll be right back. Okay. Got about 10 more minutes for those sweet rolls to proof. And then we'll get those in the oven. Try to figure out what I want to do next. I can do that first. Okay. So we're going to still work on that Lillandril Summer Sausage. So I figured we'll do that 2 ways. One will be via sushi, which we just got finished making. And then the other one, we're going to do an egg roll. So an egg roll can go one of 2 ways. It can either be made with traditionally like white meat, like pork, or it can be a vegetarian way. I'm allergic to pork, and I already got some fish sitting in the fridge, so I figured we'll do some ground beef that way. So we'll do ground beef. So it'll be a pound of ground beef, a teaspoon or so of ginger, some fresh garlic, and a shallot, all into that meat mixture. And then we'll also be adding some carrots. Actually, we're going to add some peppers into that meat mixture. Then we'll be adding carrots into the egg roll as well. And then we'll be frying them off eventually. So, let's get some of this stuff prepped. So, into our frying pan here. Oh, and an onion, a little onion. Why not, right? So we'll have an onion, a shallot, a pepper, and 3 garlic cloves to go in there. Get some olive oil in the pan. And we'll start slicing, dicing, and like I always say, one of these days I'll have everything I need right by me. But today is not that day, and tomorrow doesn't look good either. So we're just going to dice up this veg or press it. And then we're going to get it all fried off. We're going to put the meat in there. And then we're just going to kind of let it cool so then we can get into the egg rolls. Sorry, get quiet when I start dicing food, because the other day I sliced off part of my nail. So I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Right. Forgot I gotta get ginger in here too. So oven's preheated. We set about 5 minutes for the dough to proof, and then we're gonna keep dicing up our vegetables here. So how I end up dicing my onions is I have them as you saw. Then I cut a couple layers like this. Then I slice this way, and then I cut it up that way. Of course, onion had to go just everywhere. Then get our shallot in. Come on, peel. Just doesn't want to peel today. So much fun getting this peeled today. So, about 2 minutes, and then we can see and hope that they doubled in size, and then we will get those into the oven, the sweet rolls. As soon as the sweet rolls are in the oven, we will add the meat to the veg once it starts getting fried off. Just want to get the garlic done, you know, before sweet rolls. Fingers crossed. Hopefully this works. Oh, they doubled. Makes my day. It really does. Don't ask for much in life. Just that my dough always doubles. So we're going to get these quickly into the oven. And they are going to cook for 15 minutes. So I'm going to get this starting to fry off. I'll get the ginger out. So I don't use ginger a ton, so when I do get some ginger root, I peel it and freeze it. And then I just grate it into whatever it is I'm cooking. Then I heard this from a comedian, you cook with feelings or till your ancestors say enough. So that'll work for the Altmer. So get that back in the freezer. So we put some olive oil into a pan. Then we're just gonna get all this cooked off. So traditionally, you would put pork into this. Since I'm allergic, so I'm substituting it with beef. So the second the onions get a little translucent and this softens, then we will get the meat in. So we have our first Lillandril sweet roll, or summer sausage, not a sweet roll, sitting in the fridge. That was sushi. We're going to get some egg rolls going, and then eventually we will get to that Firsthold fruit and cheese plate. And we also have our sweet rolls cooking off. So two things. I'll have a water break, and I'm going to go turn the heat down in the house. I don't like my house at 71 degrees. It gets hot in the kitchen. So while this is all frying up, we can also start working on our Firsthold fruit and cheese platter. So I was trying to figure out what to do for the cheese. And I could have probably got any type of cheese and sliced it off, and that would have kind of been, it would have been fine. But I was like, why not, you know, go big or go home, right? So we're also going to be making cream cheese wontons as the cheese for our Firsthold fruit cheese platter. So, in a bowl here, we're going to add 8 ounces of cream cheese while that's all frying off. Come on, spoons. And I got it to room temperature or softened. And then I'm going to need my half teaspoons, which I forgot on the other side of the room. We're going to add a half a teaspoon of garlic powder and a half a teaspoon of onion powder to this. Give it maybe another minute. Get this all mushed and for a minute and mushing this. Work on that. I'm going to put the pound of ground beef I have. That's going to go in here. You can do pork. You can make it veg at this point too. I'm just going to kind of keep bouncing back and forth between which mixture is going into what. Okay, that looks like a good spread. So yeah, about 8 more minutes on the sweet rolls, and then we'll get those off to cool. And then I made a different type of icing today to go on top of them, and how we're going to top those off. Trying to keep with how the Altmers would design their own sweet roll. I was going to try like Japanese milk bread, but that's literally what we would have been doing the whole stream, is just making Japanese milk bread. I would have been able to make like one other thing, and yeah, so I was like, that wasn't gonna happen. So we're almost done here. I don't mind the meat getting a little pink because we still have to fry this off. So just want to make sure it's like nice and crumbled. And then I'll add a little salt to bring all this together. Okay, gonna let that cool down now. Okay, we got 6 minutes still left in the sweet rolls. So, sweet rolls are going. One Lillandril sausage is done. Another one is getting ready to be prepped. And then we can start working on prepping the cheese for our Firsthold cheese platter. So, I have a wonton package here. And I want to get a bowl of water. 1 second. Now you can use like an egg wash to seal them, or you can even use water to seal them. So I tend to like using water because, well, eggs are expensive. So we'll start with this. We'll see how many that makes, and then we'll just keep going around and around and around. So I'm gonna call it a dollop. No more than a tablespoon size. And then I just put water around the edges. And then I fold it like a little triangle. Do my best to seal it how I can. So I got the triangle folded. And I just kind of wrap it around itself, making it like a little envelope. That's kind of just how I make wontons. So we got like 3 more minutes with before we have to take the sweet rolls out of the oven, as long as they're cooked all the way. So yeah, we'll just be doing this for a while. And then we'll be kind of doing the same thing with the egg rolls, so. Oops, I was not delicate with that one. One more done at least before the sweet rolls come out, right? Theoretically, this should make 24 wontons. So we'll see. Ooh, my toothpick. Let's see how well we got this. Golden brown. Perfect. Pop those out so you guys can see them. So we're going to put these on a cooling rack and we're going to let these cool off for at least 5 minutes before we unpop them from the bunch pan. So yeah, as the sweet roll is cooling, we'll just keep working on our cheese wontons for our fruit cheese platter. These wontons are not happy today. So yeah, we'll just keep working on what we got. Theoretically, if you wanted to make these fancy, you could put crab meat in them too. But I'm also allergic to crabs, so. So, here, we keep going. This feels like it's never going to end. That one just popped completely off. We'll see what happens with that one. The Thalmor wouldn't like it because everything has to be perfect. It's going to be one of our ugly ones. So yeah, we'll just keep plugging away at all these wontons. Hey, not too many more to make. That's nice. Put these to the side. Those off later. Another plate. Just want to keep going. This another plate. Oh, I do not. So as soon as we're done here, we will pop those sweet rolls out of their container. We'll let them finish cooling off. And what do I have left? 5. So yeah, we'll just keep this going. Fold it just a little different this time because that one end wanted to fall off. Looks like I only got enough for one more, which would be 24. Okay, so get that back in the fridge. Clear that off, and then we can start. We're gonna pop the sweet rolls off the rack, or put them on, pop them out of the bin, bunch pan, put them on the rack to cool. Beautiful. One more. I know you guys can barely see what I'm doing back here. But we have our 4 glorious sweet rolls here now, finishing off cooling. Now it's time to work on the egg rolls. So we'll get a couple on here, and then, yeah. Recipe says 8. It'll make. We'll see. Carrots. You also can put like cabbage into it as well, so. Being really careful not to slice my fingers again. First one's broke. So just get rid of that first one because it's shredded. So, kind of the same thing. So, a little bit of that meat mixture down in there. Put your carrots. Fold, fold, fold. I roll once, seal that off, go like that, and on. Come on. So yeah, I basically put the meat mixture just below where the triangle, like if you were to draw a line across the half. Just beneath it. Like I said, you could totally use egg wash to seal it off. I just tend to always use water. Probably defeats the purpose of the word egg roll. Ooh, carrot shot right through. That's going to be one of our ugly ones. That's okay. I'm going to dry this off a little bit. we'll start tearing part of our egg rolls. Okay, I know there's 2 sheets here. So yeah, we just got a little bit more to do. So we'll just keep plugging along. Ooh, that one's gonna be a little full. Of course, why did I do that? I don't know. After doing 24 wontons. Yeah, I'm getting there. Almost done. Ah! That one just split right on open. Extra crispy on this one. Right? Sure, why not? So yeah, just a couple more egg rolls, then we'll be done. That is a lot of meat still. This one's gonna be juicy. And get another plate. Times that never end. Okay. A couple more. Basically, it's either we're going to run out of meat mixture or we're going to run out of wrappers. So, basically, whichever one happens first, it looks more like the wrapper. That'll juice be about the same. Yeah. Be pretty close. Okay, come on. That is a super full one. Last one, yay! Okay. I'm kind of done with egg rolls now. And wontons and wrapping and all that stuff. So, okay, so in a couple minutes we'll fry those off. We're going to clear off all of this. Because now we have to work on the fruit for our fruit platter. So today we're going to keep with more like Asian fruits. So we're going to have some dragon fruit, star fruit, a mandarin, not a mandarin. We're going to have mandarins though. Mandarins, and then we're also going to have an Asian pear, and I'm going to put a couple strawberries in there as well. So, there's my knife. The strawberries, though, we're also going to cut up because we're going to top that with on the sweet rolls. Let's get our little fruit bowl out. So when we start decorating. Oh. Whew, almost done. So first things first, we have a star fruit. It's pretty simple. We're just going to cut off that little end there, because I never like eating the ends. We're just going to cut as is, just down the line. I figured we'll place these like, you know, down the middle. Give it some pizzazz, right? Oh, this bowl is like made for this, right? The pear, I'm going to cut just like a normal pear. I would cut it just like an apple. Half, you know, 2 longs, 2 thins, if that makes sense. Try to avoid the core as much as possible. And then we're just going to do some nice thin cuts. And we'll just... No, you're supposed to stay. Fine, don't stay. It doesn't want to stay. You could just be back there for support. We'll just put these on the side because it filled the bowl. I'll just make my own little fruit plate. Later, right? Mandarins, pretty simple. Actually, I'm not going to do the mandarins yet. Dragon fruit. I'm going to treat this like an avocado. I'm going to cut it long ways. I'm going to scoop it out and then slice it. Of course, I need to get a spoon for that. That's my idea. That's my hope, is to scoop it out like an avocado. Cut that little bit of red off there. Come on, I know you're slimy, but you're supposed to be working with me. We'll just do it like that, because you're slimy and all over the place. Cut a bit off of that because that core got in there. And we'll just spread it out a little bit. There! It's not the prettiest thing I've ever made. Then the mandarins we're just gonna peel and in a second here we'll start getting the oil all warmed up for the frying. Use it as a little pop of color. There we go, our nice little fruit bowl that we can pick out of later. So just wanted to show that off. That chill's still over here. Then clear off a space still. So we're going to fry off the wontons and the egg rolls. It's like, what are we doing next? In the meantime, we'll also have to get some strawberries cut off. And then I'll talk about the icing that I made for the sweet rolls. Come on. Of course, right at the end. So we got to get the oil to 350 degrees. Yeah. Other than that, we'll get some strawberries cut up. Just simply do like 3 little strawberries. Okay. Just so we can get that on the sweet roll. I'm going to grab a sweet roll right now, get that plated. And then so this morning I whisked 7 ounces of sweetened condensed coconut milk, half a cup of whipping cream, or heavy whipping cream, and then 2 tablespoons of lemon juice to work as our icing. Then, of course, we have to put a little lemon zest on it. If I can find my other grater. But I have a little ginger with it. So just a couple little shavings of zest. Nothing much. Just for that little bit of color. some strawberries on there. Gotta get them to stay on and make a cute like little pattern-ish. Just put the rest right down the stay. There we go, our little sweet roll is ready to go. So then, as soon as the oil's hot enough, we will fry a couple of the egg rolls. We'll fry up some of the wontons, and then we'll start sampling and all that stuff. So the goal is to make like a charcuterie board with what's left. So kind of put the egg rolls and sushi here. That might not work because that's a lot of egg rolls and sushi, and I keep forgetting about the sushi in the fridge. So basically I'm going to start plating it as a charcuterie board. So I just wanted to show you that to begin with. Yeah, there's one more garnish on your plate. I'm going to quickly cut up some of these green onions. Take down. Because we're just going to use the green onions to garnish. So yeah, if you follow us on Facebook and Instagram, I always show pictures of the finished product. And then if you follow us on TikTok, I always do like a bento box for my husband because he gets the leftovers to bring to work. So you can see a couple of little things. Everything's under Fables and Legends. So, and if it's not, it's the Fables and Legends. Cook faster, please. Isn't that fun? I wish it would all work like that. Cook faster. So, is that everything? This also, for just a hint of color and variety, we're going to put some sugar snap peas or snow peas on the platter too. So it's just got this nice little green sweet crunch to it. So that'll be something nice to put on the board as well. And like I said, we're only going to fry up a couple while we're on air, while we're live. So yeah, we'll get that going. And while we're waiting for that, I'm just going to make a cute little plate for what I have. Like I'm willing to try, right? So we'll have one of the pears. We'll cut off a little more of that end of the star fruit. So there. I'll have some fruit already on my plate. We'll get these fried off, throw those on the plate. Get some sushi cut up so I can make the charcuterie board. equal, I always cut down the center. Let's grab a little one. Draw. I'll put those back in the fridge, but this should kind of get to see a little bit of everything for the final project. Just making sure I got a little bit of everything. So it's the sweet roll, it's the sushi roll, fruit. Okay, we're almost there, finally. So you also can like make some soy sauce dipping sauce. Hi. I was like, we lost everyone for a second. So you can use soy sauce dipping sauce for dipping sauce. You can make all these different sauces you like. We don't really eat soy sauce in our house for a multitude of reasons. So a couple things we'll do is do like equal parts ketchup and honey. Mix that together and it makes this like tangy dipping sauce. Or we use, I have it. Yeah. Some liquid aminos, and it comes in a spray or another bottle. And basically, it's a natural soy sauce alternative. So my husband and son will tend to eat this. So there's some different options out there for what you can and can't eat, right? We finally had enough, please. Yay! So we're gonna get an egg roll in there. As soon as I find my get an egg roll in there, and then we'll get a wonton in there, and then we'll call it a day. They're each gonna cook for like 3-ish minutes till golden brown. And then we'll get to sampling, and then we'll call it a day with you guys. So I hope you guys were enjoying the Altmeri cooking. Today we made a sweet roll that had ginger in it, topped with a lemon coconut cream icing with lemon zest and strawberries. We made some Lillandril Summer Sausage, and that was a blend of sushi with tuna and cucumbers and carrots in it. Then we also made egg rolls with beef, carrots, shallots, peppers, onions, garlic, and ginger, wrapped up in an egg roll. And then we also did Firsthold fruit, cheese, and Firsthold fruit and cheese plate, and that was a cream cheese wonton with some mandarin, star fruit, dragon fruit, and some Asian pears. We're going to be garnishing with green onions, and we're going to have some sweet peas on the sweet snap peas on the side. So those are almost done. Let's get that out. Ouch. I was like, is that technically everything, right? So, okay. I think that's everything, and then we would just take that in a second. Garnished with a little bit of that. Okay, I'm going to switch the screens around, and then we are going to sample everything. For some reason, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It just looks like I keep forgetting, like, everything. So, first things first, we can try one of our Lillandril sweet rolls. So it's the sushi. So it tastes just like the ingredients. It tastes like sushi. It tastes like it's got that tuna in there. The crunch with the cucumber and the carrots come through. So yeah, it was a lot to chew up quickly. I'm gonna try one of the Asian pears here. Oh my goodness. I've never had one, so that is really sweet. Our pears tend to, I don't know, our pears taste like pears. This tastes like an apple and a pear. So, delicious. I'm gonna cut open the egg roll so it cools off. I just don't want to burn my mouth, you know. So we have our cheese to go with our fruit platter. So it's the cream cheese wonton. This is going to be hot. I already know this. Oh, that's good. The garlic and onion from the mix comes through, but it's not overpowering. This would taste really good in a dipping sauce. I don't want to burn my mouth. Which I just did. And with the fruit, bouncing off with the fruit, like I'm going to grab the star fruit now. That is so sweet too. It's got an interesting little tang to it, but with the cheese and that pear, with the, got one more pear left. That pear with the cheese is amazing. So, absolutely would eat that again. We have our egg roll. So that's our other Lillandril Summer Sausage. The ginger, the garlic, the beef, the carrots make it really sweet, but it is really good. It's like dripping out and hot, but good. So then, our sweet roll is last, and I need a fork, so give me 1 second. We will cut a piece of that up. Sure, get a little bit of everything, right? There's our sweet roll. The ginger and lemon is not overpowering, but it blends perfectly together. It is really, really good. Wow, the lemon just hit right there. And the strawberry just kind of nicely blends in with all of it. Like the strawberry is not the lemon, I guess, would be the center of the show here. But, yeah, you can taste the ginger, you can taste the lemon, you can taste the strawberry. You can even like taste the coconut and the honey too. Nothing's overpowering, it just blends amazingly perfectly. So, I hope you guys enjoyed our adventure with the Altmeri cuisine today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and don't forget to stay legendary. Bye!